Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Xillia 2. Once again, a little bit of off-camera grinding, but all the same, just some art, some skills, etc. All that jazz. It'll actually journey pretty far into Rize Maxia, which I found surprising. I was able to go through like a couple of areas. Nothing happens because that's not what the story takes us, but the enemies actually, I don't know, are still lower level than me in that area, so who knows. I don't know what the format of this game is like. Anyway, I want to check the allium orbs a little bit. Okay, let's see, Alvin could use fire, any free fire allium orbs here, or I think pretty much they're taken. Yeah. What about you, Luger? Yeah, you could swap to, fire, water, wind. Water's available, so let's go with that. You can stay with what you got. Fire and wind. You can switch to light if one's available. Yes, one is. You. Let's switch you to Earth. In which case we can switch you to Sunbeam, which has a higher growth potential, or growth rate, or whatever. As for you, Rowan, let's switch you off to Wind or Dark. Preferably Wind. Except you've got Wind. Was the other one Dark? Yeah. So, I guess we'll switch Rowan off to Dark for now. Let's check everyone's skills, too. I haven't checked for good equipable skills in a bit. Power Charge 2. Gain 1 AC and your next attack will be treated as a power hit. Oh, no, that's something else. Looking for a Charge Plus. Yeah, sure. Right, Luger, what do you got? Just change. No. Okay, yeah, you could definitely use some stuff. What about power charge, military gain? Where's all your item-related shit? Leia was like the item master in the first Xillia. She could have like an apple gel, like affect the entire party, like turning your gels into like things that affect the entirety of the group. I think they had an exchange though. They caused it to only work at like half efficiency, but then there was also I don't know. She was just like life bottles turned into miracle items that would revive the entire party when used by Leia. So she was like, oh, it was just ridiculous. HP gain, I guess. Actually, no, let's go with TP gain on you. And, you, Jude. What about you? Increases movement speed and quick step after avoiding attack, backstep, snap, pivot. Cancel those jumping. Yeah, Levino. Hell if I know. Alright, yeah, we don't have everyone in the group right now. I forget who we even missing. Oh yeah, we're missing Rowan and Elise, the girl with no name. Okay, so I guess we're heading back to Olymphios to the Spurious Corporation, whatever the hell that is. Oh, there was also one thing I forgot to mention. Hold on a second. Yeah, as for the whole Rize Maxia Olymphios thing, apparently they weren't separate planets. I always thought they were, but apparently they weren't separate planets. They pulled what I decided to call a Gensuko angle to things, where there was like a dimensional barrier sort of dividing the two. So, much like Silver and Tethiala having been separate planets right next to each other, they were actually like continents or countries or whatever that were on the same planet but resided next to each other but couldn't be seen because of a dimensional barrier, aka the schism, that made it look like nothing was there, or something along those lines. Again, Suko angle for some reason. Am I pronouncing that right? I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but hopefully you guys know I'm talking about Toho. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. My Japanese pronunciation isn't exactly, you know, prime. So, forgive me, Toho fanboys, if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, but give me a break. Oh! Never mind. I was gonna say something, never mind. Okay, so, the Desperius Corporation. I can only assume that's back in the main city, so... yeah, let's go with that. I'm getting sick and tired of that fucking guy. We get it, you're selling mutton. Shut the fuck up, you prick. Oh, I can make that? Or maybe... I can make that now? It won't let me then. Maybe I can't have more than one of it. That would sort of make sense, I guess. That would make sense, in all honesty. Okay. Well, let's just go. Yeah, but I don't know what the format for this game is. I'm not sure how the progression's gonna be. We've only had, like, one dungeon. It was pretty short, so... who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? It's anyone's guess, other than those who have played the game. I mean, it looks like it could be a lot like Xillia 1, not like, you know, TOS 2 was in comparison to, you know, the first game, but hell if I know. Oh, I guess we're going to Triglyph. Hell if I know. Okay. Yep, there it is. But before we head to the Desperius Corporation, we're going to stop by the apartment building. I've got a couple of prizes for debt paying to grab. So we're going to do that first. Anywho, anything else? No, I think I pretty much covered everything I know. Let's see how story progression comes. Hopefully we actually start getting to some real dungeons, because I'm starting to get bored. But at least we got Alvin. He makes things a little bit more bearable. I have a package. Aw, dick. Call. Okay, what is that now? 40% chance of automatically providing 1 KO'd will only work once per battle. 20 points. Well, if it was a 100% chance, sure, but 40% chance only works once in 20 points? Hell no. Although it does grant him like 10 SP due to how things work, so... let's see, what else can he equip? Yeah, sure, why not? Alright, let's continue with the main story and hope this freaking goes somewhere. I want to start getting into some actual dungeons. I mean, all my leveling up has been done via, like, those debt grinding things, so... I'd like to... I mean, I'm already, like, I'm already level 20, so... I mean, I don't want this game to be, you know, subpar when it's got the biggest playable cast of any, main Tales of game that's been released in the US for a total of 9 characters. PS3 Vesperia had 9 characters, but we didn't get that in America, and I don't count Symphonia, considering Zelos and Kratos are literally the same character. So, you know. 10,000 Gold says this is going to be a dungeon later on. I'm placing my bet on it. 10,000 Gold says it's a dungeon.
Please deliver the item in question directly to the CEO himself.
Look at this place. It's so big and pretty.
Indoor voice, Leia.
Who are these people? I believe only Mr. Kresnik was invited.
We're a package deal.
I'm Luger's friend and advisor.
And I'm the acting guardian of these miners.
These miners. Fucking awesome.
I'm...
Look at that
guardian
grin!
too. And I'm... acting guardian of this kitty.
That's a big fucking cat when you hold him up like that. He is fucking
1 moment,
fat.
please.
Yeesh. He's like a fucking pillow. You see the size of his
Acting
body in
guardian
comparison to
number
his
2,
head?
Look who's talking.
All of you may enter.
Hey, I'm the only
Mr.
one who
Kresnik
actually
must
knows
impressed by the
Guardian.
loyalty you engender in others,
Keck.
Mr. Kresnik.
Anywho. Guardian, you know, the magic guard ability back from Symphonia that the swords users got. Yeah, I think you knew what I was talking about. Cat! This cat is now mine. I am the cat master. Oh, this obviously
Luger,
evil guy.
I've been waiting for you. Thanks. Any leads on your brother's whereabouts? Well, as it turns out, I have news for you of both varieties. Good and bad. Which one first?
Mr. Kresnik's going on the police's most wanted list.
Your life's about to get a lot tougher.
So they're gonna throw Luger in jail? Wasn't there good news?
Indeed, I would like to recruit you as an agent in our company. Don't act so surprised. It makes perfect sense. I've been keeping my eye on you this whole time. You never back down from difficult situations. More importantly, you have the strength to face them.
I'd wager you've been doing more than just keeping an eye on him.
You've been testing Luger.
You can't get the true measure of a man by observing from a distance. What do you say? Become one of my agents and I'll keep the police off your back, even if I have to get pushy.
He doesn't even have a choice. This is blackmail.
I failed to mention that an agent's salary is considerable. You'll be killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You can avoid arrest and pay off that massive loan almost overnight, provided you show me results, of course.
What kind of results?
No fractured dimensions.
Fractured dimensions?
Surely you've noticed them.
Worlds like ours, but not?
Think of this flower as our prime dimension, a world where history flows in a way that's familiar to us. But it's not the only blossom. There are offshoots.
When one of these appears, it disperses soul energy from the prime dimension. Our dimension, in other words.
Wait, it disperses? That can't be good.
And what happens if we don't do anything about it?
Ultimately, souls will vanish from the prime dimension. Of course, this means humans will die out as well.
Whoa, whoa, time out.
This all sounds pretty far-fetched.
Olympius going dry, the failure of Spyrite technology. What if I were to tell you those effects were caused by the loss of soul energy from the prime dimension?
It can't be true.
Oh, but it is. Spirius has been working to save our world by eliminating its counterparts in the fractured dimensions.
How could you possibly eliminate an entire world?
That is a question for our friend Luger here. His chromatis transformation has the power we need to infiltrate and destroy these parasitic realities.
The power to destroy a world.
No fair! I have no idea what everybody's talking about!
Luger, for the sake of this world, the true world, you must help us. He was the best of the best. Julius eliminated more than 100 fractured dimensions.
We believe it's very likely that former Director Kresnik has fled into one such dimension.
Find him and you'll kill 3 birds with 1 stone. That's a good lad. You're officially a DODA agent of Spirius.
One thing I still don't get. What's causing these fractured dimensions?
It's not a what, it's a who.
A great spirit of Canaan. Kronos.
The land of Canaan?
Another great spirit?
There is nothing to fear. We have in our possession the power needed to oppose him. Come to the underground training area, and I will show you how to wield it.
Kronos, so that's definitely time-related or something.
I have
Kronos, a
to admit,
giveaway.
being an agent for the Spirius Corporation is kind of a big deal.
Bonus scene.
But are you sure about this?
I guess because I've raised my reputation with her enough, I get a bonus scene.
But if the CEO says you can handle it, that's a big thumbs up. I mean, my editor will barely let me take down a classified ad. This could be your big chance to
This is
make
nice.
it big.
I did see a guy that recommended that you increase reputations with them as quickly as
What
possible
reporter
so you can
uses
get
big
something
twice in
like
one
this.
sentence?
Or maybe it's related to not my reputation with
work
her,
out there.
but
Today was another
maybe
tough
it's
one,
more
huh?
tied to the fact that I did her character story, because I think she was at like 0 hearts when that procced. So it might have been like the character thing we did in between chapter 5 and chapter 6.
You know, there's nothing I love more than a hard worker. So here, I got this for you.
My kitty has returned.
Bisley Bakur certainly lives up to his reputation.
He certainly makes an impression. He's like...
Evil? I want to say a boss of a sinister organization, but
That's not far from the truth.
Bakur casts a heavy shadow over the world of Olympian politics. If he wanted to, he could probably topple the government or single-handedly start his own war.
I've been reading back issues of the paper, and it seemed like the Spirius Corporation was a driving force behind the Otherworld reactor plan. But as soon as the schism was destroyed, they immediately switched sides to back Marcia's moderate government.
I wonder what they hope to achieve with that
This doesn't sound like any king either.
Well, regardless, he's Luke. Let's just make sure we're the ones using him and not the other way around.
That makes sense. We can't...
But be careful. I don't think that Bakur was lying. But I'm pretty sure he wasn't telling us everything either.
I agree.
I'll always shoot for a chance to get extra gold. I mean, who wouldn't, right?
How does Beasley know about Luger's power?
Not exactly the tailored suits and financial reports sort of CEO, huh?
I think I'm more like underground training, so I guess we're going back down to the first floor or something. Anyway, let's see, where is that? Let's try up here. Another elevator with the red flashing down light. Yeesh, 10 floors underground. Think you guys made this place tall enough? Uh-oh, a vending machine. That's not good. It must mean some shit's gonna happen or something. Hey, wait a minute, isn't this where we were at the beginning of the game or something? Yep. Because the music from the final run of the first game is playing.
Never thought something like this would be down here.
Must have cost Spirius a pretty penny.
Nice. I do like this music though. It's pretty awesome.
steel yourself, Agent. I wish we could ease into this, but time is of the essence. You'll have to train the hard way. Actual combat.
Oh, we've got miniatures of that thing from the beginning now. Great.
Don't interfere.
I guess the kids want revenge or something, you know? Uh-oh. Some sort of tutorial. Chromatus gauge has been stored up. Gauge is fully could transfer anytime. Oh, so it's like an over-limit sort of thing. Alright, let's see what we got here. Ooh, that's fun. That's fun. That's fun. That's very fun.
Show me what you need.
This is fun.
Luger?
I'll have to see if I can change characters mid-battle or something. So I could switch from one character to Luger when his gauge fills.
Something's wrong with Luger.
That's enough for now. Still no match for Julius, though.
So that's a Chromatus.
Where'd Luger learn that trick?
It's a family
Plot
trick.
device.
He's one of Kresnik's descendants. See his watch? It's a Kresnik heirloom, passed down for generations. It's the key to the transformation.
Oh, so the teleporting watch. Like we didn't figure that one
It
out.
seems Julius has been using yours all this time.
That's not Luger's. It's my daddy's.
We're talking about Kresnik, the Genesis Sage, right? The one who wielded the Lance of Will?
The Sage Kresnik? Yes, I seem to recall that name from Rize Maxian legend.
So the tale is different here in Olympias?
If Kresnik wasn't a sage, what was he?
A wretched plaything for the spirits. They granted... No. They cursed the Kresnik line with the Chromatus. But Kresnik's curse is humanity's weapon. And you, Luger, will master it. I will contact you when we detect a new fractured dimension. Until then, rest up.
Look, Luger.
Yeesh, 10
I
stories
really hate
underground
bringing
and he
this
still
up,
gets a call? That's some great reception.
You've been neglecting your loan payments lately. Nobody likes a finance. So much for resting up.
Seriously, though, I am starting to question, Wait, when did these two get back? I guess they just dropped in.
Too bad you can't just transform away your debt, huh?
Yeah.
Looks like you've gotten a little stronger, Luger. All thanks to me and Rolo, I bet. A great spirit that lives in the land of Canaan. We gotta find this Chronos guy and ask him where Canaan is.
You're really obsessed with that place, aren't you?
What's wrong with that? I've got a one-track mind. You do?
Sometimes you shouldn't pursue things too intently, like how a woman can stifle a man with too much attention, when, in reality, he just needs a little space to sow his wild oats.
Alvin?
You're telling this to a child?
You want to know what my daddy said? Don't ask anyone for anything that you wouldn't be willing to give them yourself.
Ooh. Yeah, he's right. That was always my problem.
Right? And you sure love your daddy. I don't love him that much, but he really seems to like me. So, I've got...
Seriously, though, is this game going anywhere? I mean it. This game doesn't seem to be really going anywhere. Well, anyway, I think we're gonna cut things off here, people. Hopefully we actually start getting into dungeons soon. I mean, I'm really starting to get concerned about this game. Anyway, see you next time. Peace.